Hello, Loopy here with another tip for orc players, wrapping vehicles and killing the units inside. I'm sure most of you understand how this works. You wrap a vehicle with bodies. When the vehicle is wrecked, the models can't disembark because they can't touch the hull of the vehicle because they would be within 1 inch of one of your models. They can't get on the vehicle when it's wrecked. The rules don't allow for that. So there are some other nuances to this. So let's start with a crappy charge roll. Say we've already blown our wog. We've only got 6 inches on the charge. This starts off with the fact that the closest model has to go in base with the closest part of the vehicle. Now, the rules only tell us what needs to happen next is you have to touch a new model and be within base of a previously moved charged model. There are no new models, so we move on to the next order of operations, which is touching the base of any model, while still remaining in unit cohesion of a model that already charged. So we have to be within a unit cohesion of this model, and we have to touch the hull. It doesn't say which model gets moved. It doesn't say how close the model that we moved needs to be to this one. So I'm going to move the farthest model possible that can still be within base. And I'm also going to leave a gap for him that another model couldn't get through. Okay. Next, I'm going to do the same here. He can make it 6 inches to there. And again, leaving a space, but not enough to get a model through. 2, 4, 5, 6. So see how I'm moving far models, leaving these close ones here to do what they need to do later on, which is now these close ones, 3, 3, can get into base over here. Next closest, he can't get into base, but he can get pretty close. Now, these models are not required to get to the closest point on this vehicle. They don't have to all pile up in the front. So these guys that are remaining, their only requirement now is to be within 2 inches of one of the models that's already charged. You can put them wherever you want. So 3, 3, 6 to there, 6 to there. Pile them up all towards the back. Oops, I'm cheating. Pile them up all as far towards the back as you can. Alright, so now when we pile in with our 3 inches, again, the only requirement is still that we maintain unit cohesion and we get into base. Alright. So now, again, piling in with these. As you can see, this model can touch the hull, but she can't do so without being within 1 inch of a boy, thereby making her move illegal. She must touch the hull and move out up to a full 3 inches away as a disembark. You can't just put somebody 3 inches away. The whole unit is destroyed in this instance. Alright, in this example we add 2 things. 1, assaulting through terrain, and 2, power claws. As many of you know, power claws often ruin assaults against vehicles. So the problem here arises when power claws and the boys assault at the same initiative, exploding the vehicle, killing a bunch of boys, and not only that, when it's destroyed, they can put 1 or 2 or 3 models in the center. And if there's flamers, well, even there's flamers, there's some dead boys there. Probably most of them. So, what you want to do is put the power claws behind the vehicle. Alright? Now, the math for this is a 1-inch base of a boy, the 2 inches needed to attack from that boy, a pile-in of 3 inches, and then the distance you reasonably think that you probably won't charge. Like your maximum charge distance that you feel comfortable with. For me, in this situation, I guess, well, let's assume we're going to wog. So let's assume that it's possible we'll get a 9-inch charge. So I'll put that knob there. So this is a total of about 14 inches or so away from the vehicle. 14 inches is a pretty good rule of thumb when assaulting through cover with power claws. The boys will probably still make it if there are enough of them, and you probably won't slam in with your power claws. If you want to give it a little nudge, just a little extra, just in case, to avoid your opponent arguing the point with you, that's fine too. So we take our little handy dandy 2-inch marker and put just a little wagon train of boys all the way to the combat. Alright, so that's how I would disembark from the battle wagon. Then assault. Again, we're looking for, well, let's assume the worst case scenario and we actually do assault 9 inches. So again, closest to closest. Boom. Pulling guys from as far away as possible. Boom. Okay. Alrighty. 1, 2. And then 7 more. And he's right behind him. Actually, it's a good thing I screwed that up because the math is 15, not 14. So, anyways, we pile in. Not within 2, and see, sometimes this will happen if you're moving far guys before close guys. You're going to have to move him back a little bit to maintain unit cohesion. So there they are. Their pile-in move does not put them within 2 inches of a model touching the base, but the boys are able to pile in and wreck the vehicle. The only problem here is, well, you're leaving your HQ and your knob flapping in the breeze. You really have to want to kill this vehicle in order to do something like this. This is very dangerous because your enemy, it can easily swing around. If you have enough models, if you're, say, not coming out of a battle wagon and you don't have, or if you are, you're starting a little bit closer, or if you have a unit of 30 boys, put a few boys towards the back to give some kind of buffer that way, or possibly send the knob around the other side of the battle wagon, but that'll require another chain of boys, just so that the lookout sirs from the HQ don't land on the knob. Alright, that's about it. Thank you.